Hey everyone, we're back with another video, this NHL News Reports, and today we're talking about some UFAs here that are left. Today's July 7th, was the evening here, but 7 days into free agency. Obviously, July 1st was the open free agent frenzy day. The big names are off the list. You know there's not a lot of big names out there. More depth pieces than anything. But here's what we have remaining. We can talk about where they may go. And yeah, so we still have a list here. I know it goes on for a while, but there's a bunch of guys here that probably would never sign back in the NHL. But we can talk about some guys here, for sure. Starting off with Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane obviously had hip resurfacing. It wasn't just hip surgery, one of the other. I think it was hip resurfacing. 4 to 6 months, he's out. I would say he'll probably sign closer to the season. Obviously he's probably not going to start the season. He wants to continue his career, but they don't know how long he can go for. But he wants to continue to go like he's 20 years old. But Patrick Kane won 3 cups with the Hawks. Got traded at the deadline to the Rangers. Long-time Hawk. Try to, go for the cup again with the Rangers. Lost in the first round. Upset there against the Devils. And, Patrick Kane, I would like to see him go to Buffalo. He was born in Buffalo. He, grew up in Buffalo. So it'd be cool to see him go there. This is the best Buffalo has really looked through his whole career. And this is like the best time for him to just go there. I really do think that would be great. Just to add to that forward group even more. Dynamic forward group they already have between Thompson and Cousins, and a lot more Middlestad and Paterka and so many more, right? So I think that'll be fantastic fit for Kane, and it'll be fantastic for sure. Moving on to Jonathan Toews, people have been saying the Oilers, maybe the Bruins. It's really up in the air. Only a couple teams come to mind, or retirement. I know he's been thinking about retirement also. Long-time Hawk, has been with the Hawks his whole career, has been the captain of the Hawks, won 3 Stanley Cups with Patrick Kane. So we'll see what happens to Toews. I know they said the Toews, we're not going to resign you, and that is it. So we'll see what happens for Jonathan Toews, if this is it, or he signs up for another year. Next is Vladimir Tarasenko. Tarasenko is a guy who we all know that he fired his agent because he wasn't too happy with the offers. The offers were there, kind of, but then they weren't there. So he fired his agent, got a new agent, and just start things over. We'll see who has, some offers out there. I know the Hurricanes, the Senators were out there. He wanted to go back to the Rangers. They don't really have the cap. They have Lafreniere to sign, and Miller, Andre Miller. So, that's going to make it impossible for Tarasenko to come back to the Rangers for sure. Moving on now to Matt Dumba. Matt Dumba had, unfortunately, not a good season. Dumba had a career low, and, usually when a player comes into his final year of the contract, they're playing really good. They try to play as good as they can, so they make money, they make, enough, and then they go on a long-term deal and try to, here we go, but Dumba, that's not the case. He's 28, played in Minnesota his whole career, drafted by Minnesota. He's a right shot D. I would say maybe Seattle. I know the Coyotes have been talking to him. They want him. Any team. I don't know how much he's going to get. I'm sure he's looking at the offers like, whoa, that's a little too low. That's a little too low for me and this and that. But really, a lot of teams are up to the cap. They don't have room to bring some guys in. So we'll see what Dumpa does, how much longer he waits. But definitely interesting. Josh Bailey is the next one. Longtime Islanders, drafted by the Islanders, played his whole career with the Islanders. He got traded to the Blackhawks, and the Blackhawks bought his contract out. Now he's a free agent. Where does he go? I heard Ottawa. Does he go back to the island? Well, the Islanders, I don't know. Maybe he does. It's really up there. They'll probably get a league minimum contract for a year somewhere. His play really has fallen off, especially last year. Him and Lampert weren't really eye to eye with a lot of things. So we'll see what happens. Um, with Bailey. Thomas Tatar's another one. Tatar's had a this year is not too bad for him. He's been pretty good, which is pretty cool for him. Um, well, obviously we know he was drafted by the Red Wings, traded to the Vegas Golden Knights, played really good in Montreal too. He actually been pretty good in, with the Devils, signed a 2-year contract. Now it's over. He's 32. He'll get a contract somewhere. Well, we'll see where he goes. Um, Anywhere that needs depth. Maybe Carolina brings him in. Maybe, I don't know if Carolina would do that. Maybe Ottawa would. Um, I don't know. He can go anywhere. Maybe the Oilers. I don't know if they have cap. Never mind. We got that one. I wouldn't say the Red Wings. Maybe the Red Wings. Hey, I don't know. Back to the Red Wings. Maybe the Bruins. I don't know. Islanders would be an interesting one. So we'll see what happens with him. Clefbaum obviously hasn't played the last couple of years. Injury, he's done. Bernier, I would say he's probably done. Gardner, he's probably done. Donskoy could be a nice depth option. Played with Seattle last year. Not much like he's done with Colorado and San Jose. But Donskoy could be just a good fourth liner on the wing. We'll see. That might be a good one. Byron, he's done. Hudobin, he's probably done too. Pierce Suter could be an interesting one. He's 27. Making 3.25. He finished that up. And I think we all know that Pierce Suter's not coming back to the Red Wings. So we'll see what happens to him. I'm sure he'll sign somewhere. It'll be interesting where he signs, for sure. So, moving on to another one. Puliov, he's having like double hip surgery, so who knows about that? He might even go back to Europe and play a year. Who knows? Cassian, bought out from the Coyotes. We'll see if someone picks him up. Maybe the Oilers bring him back. I don't know. We'll see what happens for sure. Gurionov, I would say maybe the Habs, or he goes to Russia, playing the KHL. His career is basically almost over in the NHL. He's only 26. He's kind of just falling off. See what happens there. Bushon, Bruins or nothing. Bruins or he retires. Nick Ritchie, I could see someone pick up Ritchie. Bear, he's having surgery. I forgot what it was for, but he could be picked up. We'll see what happens. Adam Ernie, not the best season. He's actually from New Haven, Connecticut, so pretty cool to see a player from New Haven. But we'll see what happens to Adam Ernie. I don't know if he'll find a contract in the NHL this coming year. Maybe he does. Maybe he gets a PTO. We'll see what happens. Max Comswa, I would definitely see a team pick up Comswa. I think he's still looking over his offers. I'd like to see Montreal pick him, but there was no room for Comswa for Montreal. But I think it would be really cool to have Comswa part of the team. But we'll see what happens. You also have Martin Jones, goalie. There's a goalie out there. Maybe someone picks up Martin Jones. Could be possible. Philip Zadina just got terminated his contract with the Red Wings. He's only 23, got 5th overall. Was that 5th? I think it was 5th or 6th. At his draft day, he was definitely really talented. But things have, not gone his way. 7 points in 30 games last year. Just not his way. A new team, a new look at things, new coach, new management. Definitely could be positive for him. Paul Stastny, we could see another year. I know he was with Carolina the last couple of years. We'll see what happens with Paul Stastny, Halak, not too sure. Watson, I could see someone pick up Watson. You got Mott, guys like that, Lemieux, a couple of guys to think about. For some great on that fourth line, Kiefer Bellows, Austin Wagner, Kiviranta, Krejci, Bruins or retire. Denton Heinen's a really underrated one. I like that one a lot. Colin White, Nolan Patrick, who even knows what's going to happen to him? 24-year-old, concussions ever since he came to the NHL almost. It's just been like that his whole career. Unfortunately, Phil Kessel wants to continue to play. Andre Kase, he's always been injured. Who knows about him? We'll see what happens. Just to look at the second page, see who we got. Cuckoo, no, not really. Jujo Kale, good gritty guy on that fourth line, could. Kyle Foote, defenseman, maybe. Sanford, maybe. Ashton Reese is an interesting one. Yeah, now we really get into like, yeah, never mind, right? But some of these guys maybe sign the AHL, they go overseas. Ryan Merkley's another one. Interesting is Ryan Merkley is out there, you know. I would say someone might take a chance after Colorado picked him up. 20 games, 8 points. Hey, you never know. Simmons is probably done with his career, so that's what we have. Just a little overview of who we have left. Noah Gregor, hey, that's another one out there. 17 points in 57 games. That might be an underrated one for you there. So we'll see. A lot of underrated guys, little depth pieces here and there, fourth line options. But definitely we'll see what happens for sure. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next video. Bye.